to bring you the latest developments on a story that we continue to follow here at MSNBC this weekend. The South African government just moments ago issued an update on former President Nelson Mandela's health after his fourth night at a hospital there. NBC's Keir Simmons is in Johannesburg for us. He joins me on the phone now with the very latest. Keir, what's the government saying now about Mr. Mandela's condition?
Hey, Craig, good afternoon. It is late here on an Easter Sunday in Johannesburg, with the government clearly feeling that this news is important enough, reassuring enough for the South African people and the millions watching around the world and listening around the world that they wanted to get this news out to say that Nelson Mandela has had a restful day and that his condition continues to improve further. So further positive news that they will be pleased to be able to reassure people with. And we saw today, Craig, how much people are praying for Nelson Mandela at Sunday services across the country. One person in the congregation saying, we wish him many, many more years here with us. So the country really watching and waiting for this news, and the government thinking that it really needs to get this out. We also saw, by the way, his wife, Gracia Michelle, her car arrive at a hospital, the Mediclinic Heart Hospital near Pretoria. It's not known whether or not Nelson Mandela is at that hospital, but her car was seen there. There's been no sign of anyone near his home in Johannesburg. This is his fourth day in the hospital, and it looks as if he may well spend quite some days yet there. Doctors will clearly want to monitor his condition, his lung condition, to ensure that he can improve fully, because as we've been saying over the last few days, Craig, he has been in and out of hospital in recent months on several occasions with breathing difficulties. This time we now know that he had the fluid around his lungs drained after he was taken to the hospital late Wednesday. That operation, that intervention, appears to be having been successful, and he is steadily making progress.
So again, Keir, at this point, it sounds like he is probably going to have to spend at least another few nights in the hospital there?
Yeah, that seems likely. There was one report today suggesting that it might be a number of weeks, but that isn't clear whether or not that really is the case. I mean, the chances are, the likelihood is that his doctors are monitoring his condition, as you'd expect for a man who is 94. And remember that he's had this lung condition ever since he was a political prisoner when he had tuberculosis. So it has been an ongoing issue for him. It is clearly causing him trouble now in the last few months. And so doctors will want to carry on monitoring. At the same time, you can imagine Nelson Mandela himself will be saying, I would like to go home as soon as I'm fit and able to.
So the highlights here: restful, condition improving, but he is going to be spending at least a few more nights in the hospital there as he continues to be treated for pneumonia. Keir Simmons, our man on the ground in Johannesburg, South Africa. Keir, thank you so much for that.